Disclaimer, the comments made in this video are intended for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend anyone. Welcome back. Today's lineup is a collection of instant reversals powered entirely by people tripping over their own reasoning. Let's start with a woke student trying to play word games like labels change reality until a single question shuts the whole routine down.
Keep referring to pro-choice people, pro-abortion.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone is pro-abortion. I think it's pro-choice.
Pro-choice to do what?
To do what they want with their own body.
To have an abortion.
Yeah, but that's doing what they want with their body.
I'm against abortion. Are you for abortion?
I don't think it matters. I think it matters what that
Well, you
person
can be
wants to
pro-abortion,
do.
you can be anti-abortion. I mean, if abortion's so good,
okay, you're saying it's black and white.
if abortion's so good, why are you waffling at this?
Okay,
If abortion
you think
is
it's black
okay,
and white.
if
You think
abortion is simply
black and white.
removal of unwanted tissue, does nothing wrong, why are you having a hard time saying you're pro-abortion? Just accept the word.
What, abortion?
Yeah, say you're pro-abortion.
Why should I?
Why won't you?
Because you want me to.
There you go.
The moment pressure hits, the buzzwords crumble. No clear stance, no backbone, just awkward pauses and deflection. The lady stays calm and direct, and that is all it takes. Woke logic never survives when it has to say things out loud. Next, this host tries to flip the scenario mid-question, hoping gender changes the rules.
So if someone come and slap you right now, what would you do?
I'm going to fight.
A girl right now, one of the girls right now slapped you. What would you
I'm
do?
going to uppercut her. I'm going to uppercut her.
You're gonna fight a woman?
If she hits me, yes. If you can hit a man, you can get hit like a man. I'm sorry. I'm telling you.
She leans in, waits for hesitation, and instead gets a straight answer that never budges. Her face says this was not in the plan. The couch gets quiet, the smile turns forced, and suddenly that clever setup feels like a bad idea she wants back. Now, Michael Knowles lets a campus expert unload a whole speech about the studies, complete with hand motions and attitude.
In your show, I see you often say that science is mostly fake in regards to transgenderism, climate change. My question is, when I read all these studies, some of which of course you think are fake, it all seems to disagree with you, so...
Which studies do you read?
The fake ones, I guess.
Yeah, can you cite the studies you're talking about?
Yeah, I've got them all in my pocket, and we can just read
Could you
them.
name even one of them off the top of your head?
No, I just threw them all out.
I know, but
they're all fake, right?
So these people that you're being sarcastic because it's the last refuge of someone who has no answer. But you say that I don't believe in modern science and you're such a sophisticate who reads all these studies. You don't read them. None of these people read them, and half the studies are irreplicable. You're proving to me that it's fake. You're not even relying on it. You're relying on a kind of gut intuition, which is really just a half-baked religious sense that a boy can be a girl and that the sun god is going to kill us all in 12 years or whatever AOC said 15 years ago. It's also not even grounded in modern science. So even according to your own stated principles and premises, your arguments don't hold up.
Then comes the awkward pause when he is asked to name even one. Suddenly it is jokes, pocket pantomimes, and nervous laughs. The mic goes quiet, the room catches on, and the lecture turns into a live demonstration of bluffing without homework. Coming up, a street interviewer starts with harmless flirting, then turns it into a pop quiz on race preferences.
Do you got a girlfriend?
No, I don't.
You trying to have a girlfriend? Do you like
Baby
your
boy, I'll do anything for you. Anything for you. Baby boy, I'll do anything
Sorry,
for you.
this is my man. Sorry.
Oh.
You like white girls or?
Oh.
I mean, I'm not white, but like, you like white girls?
Guys, in this situation, what you actually do is like, you don't answer the question because what you say will be held against you.
The touching, the loaded follow-ups all ramp up fast. When the trap finally drops, she gets a legal-style dodge instead. Suddenly, the flirting stops working, and the camera gets the explanation she did not plan for. And here we have the classic liberal escape act. Dodge the facts, pivot like a gymnast, and pray your homemade sign does the talking for you.
How do you guys feel about ice?
Support ice?
We do.
I don't support.
Why not?
Because I think wasn't there some recently on the news about ice?
Yeah.
Yeah, ice is not good.
Why aren't they good though?
I don't really have too much information, but I just know they're not good.
Okay, do you know what ICE stands for?
International.
Immigration Custom Enforcement. So we have this sign that I obviously made, it's homemade, and all these women on here were killed by illegal immigrants, and these are the perpetrators. So if ICE was in control of this when these women were killed, these women would not be dead.
But then they killed the innocents. I don't know.
Who did they kill that was innocent?
This is a masterclass in opinion without information. ICE is evil, details are unnecessary, and definitions are optional. Once actual examples enter the conversation, the confidence evaporates instantly. When facts show up uninvited, the liberal response is predictable: confusion, discomfort, and a strategic retreat. Now, two liberal women attempt to debate conservative men about children, puberty, and consent, and end up inventing an entirely new branch of biological science instead.
I don't see how a child cannot consent to puberty blockers.
Do you think children can consent to sterilization?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, consistent.
Do you think children can consent to throwing away their adult function?
Yes.
Do you think a 10-year-old can consent to throwing away adult function?
Like, what do you want me to say to that?
The truth?
It depends on the 10-year-old.
It
depends on the 10-year-old? Depends on the person. The first time I tried to kill myself, I was 10 years old. The first time I got sent to treatment, I was 10 years old. The second time I got sent to treatment, I was 15. I was in treatment for 2 years. Actually, about like 4 years of my life were spent in treatment, in and out of treatment facilities.
I have a question for you, actually. If
Sure.
a child needed an emergent appendectomy, and you...
See, this is all they have is whataboutism.
And you...
Do you know what a logical fallacy is?
Can you please
Do you-
stop
what is a logical
interrupting
fallacy?
me?
What is a logical fallacy?
You are talking
I am
first.
talking. I am
It's a
literally
total waste
talking.
of time.
Oh my
You want to
God.
make this about appendicitis now.
But you rely on a medical professional
That's a
to
medical
make...
condition.
Oh
Is
my
pu-
God.
Is
And
puberty a medical
intersexism
condition?
And gender dysphoria?
Is puberty a medical condition?
Yes.
Natural puberty is a medical
yes,
condition.
Yes, it is. Because it is a medical process.
Puberty is a medical process.
Yes, it is.
How so?
Because it relies on chemicals to help
Is
the
breathing a
child.
medical process?
Yes.
Is your heart beating a medical process?
Yes.
I think they,
So everything's a medical process.
I think what you mean is a biological process.
And what field of study does medicine
No.
take place
So
in?
are you using the word biology as a synonym for the word medicine?
Do you guys have Discord?
Two liberals argue that children can consent to irreversible treatments, then accidentally prove why consent exists in the first place. Puberty becomes a disease, biology becomes optional, and medicine somehow replaces common sense. By the end, even the concept of a logical fallacy needs emergency medical attention. Watch a liberal claim Trump is racist, without a single example, because why let facts ruin a perfectly good narrative?
Why would you say you support ICE?
Yeah, because they would get rid of these rapists and murderers that killed American women.
So are all of the immigrants that come into America rapists and killers?
Nope.
Oh, okay, so
let's get rid of these ones? You agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you support ICE removing them?
No. Okay, so what about, so our president here, his name is Trump. That's a pretty racist man.
How?
How?
Give me an example of his racism.
The news.
Give me one example. Just give me one example.
Just watch the news, sweetheart. There are plenty of
Watch the news, sweetheart. Give me one example that he's racist.
Okay, Trump has flat out, flat with the racism.
How?
Comments, concerns.
What comments? Name one comment that he said that was racist.
Okay.
Because if he's racist, I want to know, because I don't want to support a racist.
So you support Trump?
I do, yeah. Can you tell me why he's racist?
She supports Trump.
So we've been sitting here for nearly a minute now, and she has still yet to tell me one thing that Trump has said that's racist.
Okay, so if we're going to be quite honest, I couldn't give you a specific...
I know, you can't.
Oh, no, I'm not done speaking. I couldn't give you a specific because I don't pay attention to idiocy. And
okay.
That's idiocy.
So if you're going to call someone racist, I think you should be able to prove it.
Watch the news.
This exchange is pure modern politics. Strong accusations, zero receipts. Trump is racist. How? The news. Which comment? Silence. Even when given the chance to persuade, the answer is feelings, not facts. When labels replace evidence, the argument doesn't evolve, it evaporates in real time. Right after that, a man channels pure rage at an ICE agent, yelling, "You should be ashamed," which is apparently the new legal defense.
There you go.
Show what y'all like.
You like
y'all love them.
and child
Tell you about it.
Yeah.
I love them. I get out this whole punch.
Yeah. God bless ICE, man. You're blocking traffic. You need
I don't
to
give a
move.
You're not real
You need to
police,
move.
so you can't about it.
You need to move.
Hey, I can block traffic all day. I sit. Don't talk to me, cuz you should be ashamed. Get out this bitch and pack you out.
Can if you want.
So here's a guy who skipped nuance class and went straight to yelling at an ICE agent like he's on a soapbox at rush hour. It's pure passion, but passion with no plan is just loud noise. This isn't a public policy debate, it's rage karaoke with profanity. Bonus points for theatrics, 0 for solutions. Meanwhile, things take a darker turn when anti-ICE protesters decide that recording them is a crime and respond with assault instead of arguments.
Whoa. Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Get the out of the way! Get the out of the way!
So this gentleman right here, he just assaulted us. So we're gonna keep him on camera. Keep him on camera. Okay, so Channel 3 right here, the mainstream media is here, and we asked if they wanted to cover this, but they said no. Do you want to cover this? We're being followed. No, they're running away now. Do you want to explain why you're out here? So we got the Gestapo. Look at them. This is insane. These are the people who. This is the party of peace and love. Let me by. This is ridiculous. Not a great way.
So here's modern activism in action. This guy thought recording a protest was just journalism, not a contact sport. Turns out, if you point a camera at rage and entitlement, you sign up for body-to-body interaction. Who knew press credentials weren't the same as street armor? Switching gears, a MAGA reporter calmly asks for evidence, and a protester slowly realizes vibes, feelings, and blurry photos don't hold up under questions.
Can you answer a question when you're asked it?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, what do you think about the Epstein files?
Yeah, I think they should be released.
Okay, and what if Trump's name is in it?
Well, then that would be awful and disgusting. He should go to jail.
Thank you.
Okay. Did you expect me to say he shouldn't?
Well, you seem to be defending him, and he's got a lot of evidence against him that he's in there.
So what's the evidence?
The pictures?
What pictures?
The picture of him with Epstein.
Yeah, so that means he's a pedophile.
If he hangs out with a pedophile.
Was Obama, Clinton, the Clintons, and all of them, were they pedophiles too?
If they're pedophiles,
I'm talking to her.
She's my friend. She can help me.
Yeah. Well, you got this. You got this. I'm not asking for help from anyone. I'm talking because I believe in this stuff, and I believe I know what I'm talking about. So you tell me what proof is that he's a pedophile? Because if you were to take a picture with someone that raped someone else on a college campus, would you be also a rapist?
No, but what about him and the porn star?
Yeah. How is he a pedophile?
Because
so you don't think he's a pedophile? You're trying to twist her words.
Tell me.
Because if he's in the Epstein files, there's a high chance that he partook in it.
If that's the only proof that you have, that's not enough. You're gonna have to tell me proof that he has assaulted or raped a child.
You're making me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
This is what happens when confidence meets follow-up questions. The protester starts strong, brings up the Epstein files, and then completely short-circuits when asked for actual evidence. By the end, "You're making me uncomfortable" becomes the official substitute for proof. This time it's Candace Owens laying the cards on the table, while Dr. Luke Wood scrambles to defend a system built on vibes and paperwork gymnastics.
I am not less than you because you are white. I don't need you to look at me and feel bad for me because of the color of my skin. And that's effectively what you're doing every time you take an application. You say, oh, well, this girl's black, so I kind of feel bad for her, so I'm going to put her at the top of the line. It's just not necessary.
I'm of mixed background. What am I supposed to mark on an application? Am I supposed to mark multiple boxes? And plus, if you are painting people as an oppressor, if you're white,
That's
and
a
then
terrible
saying
thing to
that
tell
you're
someone
oppressed,
Well, it's the truth because you believe in
color,
affirmative action. So I said mark black. If you're a mixed student, I'm in an interracial relationship, so I can speak to this. I have a son that's half white and a son that's half black and a daughter that's half white and half black. They're going to mark black because I know that there are people like you at the universities who will say, well, because this person is black, I'm just going to let them in.
No, they're going to mark black because they're black.
Well, they're half black and half white. They're both. What are you going to look at that applicant as a little bit less because they're half white? How do you guys figure that out?
Holistically, across a number of different factors.
I love me a buzzword. Holistically and racial consciousness.
Oh yeah? Reverse discrimination.
It's not reverse discrimination. It's just discrimination. It's just racism if you're judging people on the basis of their skin color.
She walks him through his own logic step by step until he hides behind words like holistically. When pressed on how race actually factors in, the explanation turns slippery fast, and the buzzwords do all the work. Now, Piers Morgan reads the headline, squints, and politely asks what any normal person would ask.
The first transgender non-binary
footballer to play in the Women's World Cup. To which my response when I read this was, hang on a second, she is a transgender non-binary. What is that? How can you be transgender and non-binary?
Because that's what they are.
It's not the same as transgender, or it is?
I don't want to put words in their mouth, but I would say that's probably because they're not allowed to take the correct amount of testosterone because they are still playing in the women's team.
So my question is, if you're no longer identifying as a woman, what are you doing playing in the Women's World Cup? Not my title. That is the official title of a tournament. She doesn't qualify. They don't qualify, even though there's only one of them. They don't qualify for the Women's World Cup because they used to be a woman, but now they don't want to be a woman. So now we have to call them they for being a transgender, even though they're non-binary. And they're still playing in the Women's World Cup, and we're all supposed to go, well done, Quinn, what a moment! What a moment! But no one's quite sure what we're celebrating.
The guest answers with vibes, hormones, and careful phrasing, hoping that sounds like an explanation. Piers keeps circling one detail, the word women, and the clapping at the end feels more like panic than praise. In this next clip, Liz Wheeler is accused of fear-mongering by a student who thinks calling surgeries mean words makes them disappear.
You said that the left is trying to basically fearmonger people. Couldn't people argue that you're doing the same by claiming that people are trying to destroy the family and mutilate people's genitals and stuff like that?
Well, is it or is it not true that children's genitals are being mutilated in the name of the transgender ideology?
Do you have proof of that?
Yes, I do. Have you Googled it?
Oh, I've Googled plenty, yes.
There's a difference between warning people about the reality of what's happening versus pretending that someone's words, literal words, like words can't actually hurt you. You're not hurt by my words right here. You're standing right there, you're perfectly safe. I'm standing right here using my words. Maybe we don't see eye to eye on this topic. The fact of the matter is, it's reality. When you look at what's happening at gender clinics all across the country, Jazz Jennings, everyone's heard of Jazz Jennings, right? One of the most prominent transgender young people in our country. This individual, is a male and had his genitals, he was castrated. Is that not physical bodily harm, irrevocable bodily harm to this person?
She tosses out the claim, then immediately asks for proof like Google is a conspiracy theory. Liz calmly walks him through reality, names, and suddenly the mic goes quiet. Funny how fast outrage fades when examples start stacking up. Here's a good one. What starts as a casual bar question about dating etiquette slowly turns into a full courtroom defense over who pays and why.
Do you pay for dates?
See, I'm a firm believer in 50-50, just because of the fact that I believe that if I go on a date and I want to pay for a girl, and then I tell her, hey, listen, like, this is on me, I don't want her to assume that I'm expecting something from her post-date. You know, because if you go on a date with a guy and the guy's just like, no, I'll pay for this. Or, oh, we're going to go get drinks after, I'll pay for that too. It's cool, it's on me, right? I think in your head, and correct me if I'm wrong, but in your head, you're like, okay, he might want something.
She asks it casually, glass in hand, and suddenly he is mapping out intentions, expectations, and imaginary pressure like he is filing a report. Her face says she wanted dinner, not a TED Talk on emotional liability.
Is a woman. We ask people on that side. Oh, okay. What is a woman?
What is a man?
A biological male, somebody who was born with a penis and. Okay. Is that not? You don't like that question? What is a woman?
I'm sorry, what is what?
What is a woman?
I mean, that's up to interpretation of it, I guess. So. Exactly.
How do you interpret it?
I don't have to interpret it. I'll let a woman do that.
Are you not a woman?
It's not my place.
You're not a woman?
No, I am not a woman.
Why not?
I don't identify as a woman.
Oh, so it's an identity. I'm a woman right now. I just identify.
I have no idea. I mean, obviously you have some sort of prejudice, some sort of, I would guess, probably some tendencies that you're fighting. So you might be. I don't know.
I didn't hear the last part.
You have some tendencies you're fighting, so that's your own thing.
Well, I'm a wrestler. So should I go compete against women in women's wrestling?
Protecting women's faces. I received an email.
I guess.
So I'm 200 pounds. I was born a male.
I don't have time for that.
So I immediately did what?
All right. Thank you.
Outsourcing gender definitions, Schrödinger-level identity uncertainty, an accusation of prejudice with incomplete context. And then the reporter asks, should you wrestle against women? Suddenly the debate hits reality. If you identify as a woman, is it fair to compete against women? Crickets from the liberal side. A liberal woman suddenly realizes DEI programs are racist, right after the government quietly dismantled them anyway. Timing is everything, folks.
But the government has, just in the last year, dismantled DEI programs everywhere. Corporate America is kowtowing to the Trump administration.
Well, because they're illegal. It's illegal via the Civil Rights Act.
Private universities, private and businesses.
Do you think in the 1950s, private businesses, via their own policy, should have been able to decline business to black people? Because that's the logic you're operating off of. It's because they're a private business, they can discriminate against whoever they want, and federal law doesn't apply to them.
Everybody.
But do you understand a Supreme Court ruling that says that a private business can discriminate against white people or men based on their inalienable characteristics would undoubtedly undermine the Civil Rights Act and justify legally, with a legal precedent, discrimination against black people at businesses?
That's not the intention.
It doesn't matter what the intention is. Supreme Court precedent is a very delicate thing. And if you say discrimination against one group is okay, discrimination against all groups are okay. There's no, you can't say you can discriminate against white people and that's it.
I'm not going to agree with you ever on this point.
That's okay.
Why are you here? I mean, what about this immigration and stuff?
I cover all protests.
Okay.
So I go all over the country.
A liberal finally wakes up to the DEI is racist revelation, but immediately hits the legal wall. Private universities can discriminate, civil rights laws exist, Supreme Court precedents apply, and somehow it becomes a maze of hypotheticals that no one can follow. By the end, even she seems unsure why she's at the protest. Now here's a long one, where facts and state law slowly dismantle a narrative in real time.
Who are they killing?
Regular civilians.
Like who?
Renee Good.
Renee Good. So Renee Good was actually not listening to lawful orders by the federal officer. She was told to get out of the car right before she drove off, correct?
Yes, but she did not.
So yes, she did.
There was no need to, because
yes, there was. So if an officer came up to you and said, get out of your vehicle, and he had probable cause because you were in the road blocking and obstructing a federal crime scene.
She was not.
Yes, she was. Did you watch the full video 5 minutes before?
Yes.
Okay, so then the car would be there.
No, well, yeah, the car was there.
Yeah, so the car was blocking the road horizontally, correct?
She got out of the way to try to get them out of the road. She said she was waiting them past, telling them to go through, and they didn't go through.
So if somebody's breaking traffic law, the officer has the right to get out of his car and enforce traffic law, correct or incorrect?
You are
That's what he was doing.
I don't believe.
And then he walked in. There was a cop in front of the car, which then she accelerated into him, which then he shot her.
He did not. She did not accelerate into him.
Yes, she did.
She was turning away from him.
I'm going to cite Minnesota state law 906.066 says that if you're going at a peace officer with your vehicle using it as deadly force, the officer has a right to shoot you.
Yeah. But
that's the Minnesota state law.
Okay.
So you agree that Tim Walz is wrong in writing that state law?
I don't agree that that is necessarily wrong, because I do agree. If she was going to hit him with the car, yes. Then
the car had to be in drive, correct?
Yes.
So that means it went forward, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so then, like you just said, I'm using your exact words here. The car was in drive. It had to go forward. The ICE officer was standing in front of the car.
There was no need for him to put himself in front of the car. And before she went forward, she went in reverse and turned away.
So the car went in reverse first, right? And she was disobeying federal law enforcement orders, correct? So she had two options. She could have got stuck in the snow behind her or put it in park. She decided to do a third option, put it in drive and floor it.
She didn't floor it.
This conversation is a masterclass in mental gymnastics. Facts exist, video exists, law exists, but somehow, I don't believe that is still a valid counterpoint. It's like arguing with someone who thinks gravity is negotiable, and the whole thing just keeps spinning in circles. And finally, here's a woke challenge that tries to play word games right out of the gate.
You keep defining abortion as the murder of babies, which biological fact is you would say most abortions are done before they are actually babies. It's still just a fetus. So my question...
Do you know what the word fetus means?
It's just a cluster, a
That's
zygote
not what
developing
fetus
into
means.
a baby eventually.
The word fetus, it's a Latin word, and it just means offspring. That's all it means. It just means the next generation of a being. So, but that's what a baby is also. I mean, that's what you would call your adult child someday once he's grown, hopefully if he hasn't been murdered.
Can I ask my question?
Well, I'm just like to clarify this point. You would call your adult child your offspring too, but all of these terms that you might use, fetus, embryo, the one they love is zygote, which sounds like a Pokemon, but they use all these different terms, but it's all referring to the same being, and you were that being once. You, the person who's standing here right now.
Do any of us have a memory of being that being?
Oh, and I don't have a memory of last Thursday, frankly. It's been a very busy week, but the lack of a memory doesn't mean that it's all right to murder me.
She argues labels instead of meaning, hoping terminology does the heavy lifting. That plan falls apart fast when definitions get clarified and jokes land harder than slogans.
Well, anyways, my question is, you stress murdering babies a lot, but when it comes to murdering babies, kids, and everything in everyday shootings that keep happening, you say nothing. So I ask, why is it okay to murder babies when it's regulating women but not regulating guns?
No, I say quite a lot about that, actually. I think the crime is a terrible problem, and I think it's just awful that liberals have funded and intentionally installed liberal DAs who won't prosecute violent criminals. This has led to an increase in violent crime, and it's awful. I totally oppose that. But it's not me, and it's not my side that's funding that sort of thing. Now, you say, why wouldn't I want to regulate guns? Guns are very regulated in the United States as it is, and I've yet to hear one gun control proposal that would stop any of these shooting incidents that people talk about. People focus on the sensationalized ones from the news, a school shooting or a movie theater shooting. No proposed gun control legislation of the last 30 years would have stopped any of those. And the majority of the shootings are gang-related, and they're handgun shootings. And so I'm all for cracking down on those gangs and throwing them all in the can, but it's usually the liberals telling me that we have to abolish the police and go soft on crime, and they were just failed by society, and so we can't put them in prison, and we have to abolish the prisons too. That's not me. I'm all for it. You want to get me a bill, you want to elect me to office and get a bill in front of me that will crack down on gang crime and these gangsters using handguns to kill kids, let's do it. I'd sign that in 2 seconds. But it's not up to me, unfortunately. It's up to the side that I suspect you would consider yourself to be on.
No, it's up to a side that you're often a part of. And even if it's not you specifically, it's your friends and the people you support that just continue to... it's just, you aren't considering both sides and how, saying one thing can just contradict the other thing.
How do you think I've done that?
By saying you're murdering babies, blah, 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 just over and over again, but just not mentioning any of the babies being murdered every single day in shootings that haven't even made it to major news outlets because they're so common.
No, well, that wouldn't be a contradiction or a hypocrisy or anything. I'm focusing on one particular issue called abortion, but I actually mentioned in the speech tonight that specifically on the issue of black people being murdered, 10,000 black people are murdered every year with guns and knives and hammers and the like, but 242,000 black people at the very least are murdered through abortion. So that would seem to be a more pressing issue, but I brought it up. I'm all for trying to reduce the murder rate. Unfortunately, liberal DAs are not allowing us to do that. So you're more than welcome to convince your fellow liberals to stop funding these people and to start arresting criminals, but my side of the political aisle has been arguing to arrest and keep those criminals locked up for a very long time. And so there's very little we can do if the other side of the aisle won't work with us.
When logic loses, the topic suddenly changes. Abortion becomes guns because nothing says confidence like a last-minute pivot. Then facts come out, numbers replace feelings, and the script starts cracking. Kicking things off, we've got a woman so confident in her profiling skills that she picks a random guy, calls him ICE, and immediately learns what find out looks like.
Garbage? Are you ice garbage? Mom, it's going. Mom. Who are you? What's your name? Are you ice? Oh, you don't want me to take a picture of your face? Is that because you're ice?
Some people think activism is just public confrontation roulette. Pick a stranger, slap a label on him, start poking, and hope you're the hero. Instead, she misfires spectacularly and gets arrested. Moral of the story, righteous anger without facts is just disorderly conduct with branding. Moving right along, here's a woman proudly admitting her hobby is harassing strangers in public because nothing says moral superiority like cutting people in line and whisper insulting them.
Let me show you something.
My favorite thing to do right now is to be super rude to Nazis. I mean Trumpers, same thing. It is so fun and so easy. They are such an easy work. They all are mouth breathers. They all usually have a flag on somewhere. So they're super identifiable. And I'm just rude. I'm as rude as possible. I cut them off in line. I give them dirty looks. I say shit under my breath only they can hear. they will react usually and say, why were you so rude? And I say, why are you so stupid?
Well, just another super pleasant liberal white woman taking to social media to tell us all how discriminatory and prejudiced she is towards people based on how she perceives their appearance. Oh, and I'm sure she is exactly 0% aware of how much of a walking oxymoron she is.
So apparently activism now means bragging about being rude in grocery store lines. She calls it fighting Nazis, but it mostly sounds like bullying strangers and then congratulating herself for it. If smugness were renewable energy, she'd single-handedly solve the climate crisis. Up next, another interview where it's a fact gets repeated a lot, yet somehow no actual facts ever show up.
Someone for their color. You want to kill Native Americans? Okay. Because they're Native Americans?
What example do you have of them killing someone specifically because of their skin color?
Christ gave us all the same blood and heart.
I understand that.
So why
do you mind addressing your argument that you just made?
It's not an argument, it's a fact.
Okay, it's a fact. Even better. Tell me the facts then. What's an example? One example of that.
Why should I kill you because of your race or color? Have you done anything bad to me? No, but by me being a racist and judging you, okay, now...
Of course, but what evidence do you have to support the argument?
You gotta give one example of what you're saying, because you said it's a fact. It's not even just an opinion, it's a fact.
It is.
So
My dad's a lawyer.
Example?
I can tell you all the lawyer cases about...
Tell your dad, thank you for his service.
How about the guy today who was white?
They shot him because he was white? You have evidence of that?
No, because they're in
you have insight into that situation that we don't?
No, you're jumping down my throat. All I'm saying is, it's no right to kill anyone.
All I'm asking is that you prove your point that you're making. You made the allegation that they're shooting people, murdering people because of their skin color alone. I asked you to provide one example of that and you failed.
No, it's racial. It's racist.
It's racist.
Why can
you're
you
just
not
saying
say
words.
racist?
You're not saying anything though.
This is the verbal equivalent of a pinball machine. A protester bounces from "they want to kill Americans" to "it's racial," while the reporter keeps calmly asking for actual examples. The result? Endless circular logic and the kind of conversation that makes your brain itch. Not to be outdone, a man reminds an ICE protester that Obama deported millions, and the historical context hits harder than expected.
Look at all these people who never had anything to say when Obama deported many people.
What are you gonna do? Come on.
You know,
come on, you dad.
You know, Obama.
Yeah. We
Clinton
protested
deported
Obama.
more than Trump did. Were you guys all here when Obama deported 3 times as many people?
Dad, get the
actually care.
Get the here, you chud. Get the here.
This is what happens when you say, "Did you know Obama deported 3 times as many people?"
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Come on.
Tell me you eat too many donuts and look at porn every night without telling me.
Yeah.
You know these guys campaigned for Obama and Clinton. Trump's the fascist, and he deported 3 times as less people. Look at that. He's like, here's a guy who's never had an original thought in his life. Oh, this is funny. Did you vote for Obama? How does that make sense?
What do you mean?
How does it make sense that Trump's a fascist and we have to abolish ICE?
Are you for what ICE is doing?
When Obama and Clinton deported
No, and just are you for ICE killing people?
3 and 4 times as many criminal
Are you for ICE killing
aliens.
people?
Isn't that crazy?
Are you just high? Are you for ICE killing people?
Have a good day, man.
Watch as our conversational hero throws out a factoid guaranteed to trigger a meltdown. Obama oversaw more than 3 million deportations and boom, instant anger. The protester wasn't ready for history class with commentary, just the chants and signs. Side note, yeah, the numbers check out. A socialist insists men can be mothers, and conservative Christians pray for him, proving once again that sometimes all you can do is pray for humanity.
Have another choice?
Socialism is against natural law.
What is natural law?
It's a law imbued on every man's heart. If I were to steal something from you, even if there's no law against stealing, you would feel that was wrong. That's what natural law is.
You're saying steal as in, what is this concept of steal? You think that we're not stealing resources from other countries?
Taking what's not
You think we're not stealing resources from Africa? Because you know what? You've said enough. You've said enough. You've said enough.
5 minutes ago, he said a man could be a mother.
What? Yeah, because you don't believe in trans people.
You said a man could be a mother?
Yes, because a trans man can give birth to a child.
Unfortunately, he believes in communism. He also believes in transgenderism. So we should pray for him. That's right.
Honestly, you're going to waste your time praying on me, so don't worry.
We'll pray for you.
Watch a simple question about natural law turn into a crash course in communism, gender theory, and moral relativism. When a man can be a mother and theft becomes contextual, the Christians choose the only tool left, prayer, because sometimes debate isn't possible without divine assistance. Here's a liberal man arguing foreign policy like a history textbook with selective memory, especially when Obama pops up in the conversation.
The United States does not have the right to interfere in the destiny of other and the politics of a sovereign nation. The United States does not have the right to go in, and no matter what the leader has done, no matter what crimes they want to charge him with, it is not our place to go and kidnap the head of a foreign country.
Yeah. Were you just as mad when President Obama captured and killed Osama bin Laden?
I was not. I mean,
why not?
The things that Osama bin Laden. Wait, who are y'all with?
I'm with the Kuala Leering Center.
The Kuala Leering Center.
Yeah.
A poll in Venezuela found that 90% of people, over 90%, did not support the opposition in Venezuela.
Where was that from?
To be honest, I don't remember. This is a while ago. I don't have a photographic memory. My bad.
Would you trade President Trump for Maduro?
Absolutely, any day of the week.
This protest interview proves foreign policy is simple. America bad, unless we like the president at the time. Intervention is immoral, except when it feels justified. Throw in a forgotten poll, selective outrage, and a Trump for Maduro trade, and the worldview starts wobbling fast. This old lady tries to define woman, but ends up defeating her own argument faster than you can say testosterone level.
What is a woman?
What is a woman? A woman is somebody whose gender dictates that they want to be a woman, that they feel like they're a woman, that their hormones are women.
Their hormones?
Yeah. So these people have a trans niece who knew from the time she was born she was a trans girl.
They're saying that it's not fair for people who were born men because they have physiological differences, even if they transition. Is that not true?
It's not true. If they're on hormones, it's absolutely not true. And within women, we have different levels of testosterone. So as a child, I was always a tall, athletic girl. I played football until I realized I was getting tackled on every play.
Apparently, the moment a baby cries for milk, they also declare, I am this gender forever. Nature, nurture, and cognitive development, optional. Instant identity is the only thing mandatory. Next, our reporter asks, what is a woman? Just to see if he's allowed to wrestle one, because nothing tests liberal logic like sports eligibility. Now, this journalist is explaining how she profits from a system she dislikes, right until Jordan Peterson offers a simple fix, quit.
I think I'm benefiting actually from a lot of things that I don't support. Like I have a very good job. Well, I don't think that's going to do the world any good, is it?
That's a fine rationalization for your privileged position.
Oh, well, fair enough. But if
you could trade it off with someone who's less privileged.
I could.
That'd be a start.
I could do that, but I don't want to, and I won't, and I don't think I should be expected to.
Why not? Is it okay for you to occupy a position of privilege in the patriarchal tyranny? And if it is it because you're female? Or is it just because it's convenient?
So what I believe is that you should, if you have a good life, you should try and pass that on. I believe in a progressive redistributive tax system, for example. It was once said by Lord Mandelston in British politics, New Labour was okay with people being filthy rich as long as they paid their taxes. Now, I'm kind of less okay with people being filthy rich.
Define filthy rich.
Well, I think I would leave that
You're probably in the top 1/10 of people who've ever lived on the planet. That would constitute filthy rich by historical standards.
Okay, but I'm not
so
sure that
where
I'm
is
going to...
the line exactly?
Suddenly, the moral speech turns into nervous laughter and backpedaling. She can give it up, she admits, but she just will not. Then comes the wordplay about wealth, followed by a calm reminder that she already lives in the category she is condemning. This time, it's a street dating interview that manages to collapse an entire set of standards into one punchline before the question even finishes.
What's your biggest red flag in a man?
No money.
Oh, yeah? Okay. And what's your biggest green flag?
Money.
Love that. Yes.
Red flag, green flag, same answer, same laughter, just different graphics doing the heavy lifting. The vibe is pure agreement until the response shows up and calmly explains how chasing money like a personality trait usually ends with scams, sirens, and a bill nobody wants. Here comes a classic. She confidently crowns herself the prize before the math ruins the moment.
woman is the prize.
Men are the prize because men have to bring way more to the table than women do to get a relationship. So therefore, we are the prize.
No.
Absolutely.
No, that's not true.
Do you find most men attractive or unattractive?
Unattractive.
So would it be fair to say that you're picky?
Yes, very.
Okay. So if you find that guy, would it be fair to say that he's probably in the top 1 or 2% of men?
Mm-hmm.
By definition, he's the prize.
She waves off his pushback, then casually admits that most men are unattractive and she is extremely picky. A few questions later, she agrees the guy she wants is 1% rare. Suddenly, the crown switches heads and the realization hits late. Two elderly ladies go full save Maduro, destroy Trump mode, proving that age does not necessarily bring wisdom, just very strong opinions.
Want to get President Maduro freed.
Yeah, he should be free, right?
Yes, absolutely, from the Trump administration. You know, Donald Trump actually agreed with Mayor Mondami that he was a fascist. Trump is a fascist, but we have to fight that. We have an opportunity to stop him now, and his stealing Maduro. His kidnapping of Maduro is a horrible crime.
Would you rather have Maduro as president in America than Trump?
Of course, 1,000 times, of course.
Yes, yes. Are you kidding? Having a fascist idiot who blabbers his way from one lie to another, to have him at this kind of control of the world? Oh my God.
The conversation starts with free Maduro and ends with him running America. Trump is labeled a fascist, lies are condemned, and yet an actual authoritarian strongman is praised without irony. It's a perfect loop. Oppose fascism so hard you accidentally endorse it, enthusiastically and on camera. And finally, our MAGA reporter exposes old and young liberals alike, because nothing says intellectual debate like a square root question and a Nazi joke.
They were trying to prevent me from...
Oh, look!
He cuts interviews badly, makes us look bad.
No, you look bad all on your own with no help from yourself. Oh, it's nice to see you again. Do you think you're a purple-haired fascist?
And I can talk to you.
Why are the new fascists look like you? This is the way nature says keep away the bright colors. Okay.
Who do you work for?
We don't have to tell you.
Oh.
Who you work for?
My people. You know a lot of dirty words? Does that make you feel powerful?
What's the square root of 81?
9. How about
Don't talk German to me, you Nazi!
Wow.
Don't talk German to me, you Nazi!
The reporter doesn't need a debate, he just points out the obvious. Bright hair, chaotic logic, and sudden math quizzes. The ladies scramble to protect their image, but every answer only makes them look more ridiculous. By the end, it's less a protest and more a masterclass in accidental comedy. Next up, a Portland activist tailgates ICE vehicles until she realizes there's a camera rolling, and suddenly it's I'm Just a Mom season.
That Mustang's coming on you pretty fast. Yeah, that's a fast little car. She's right behind you now. Turn on lights, turn on lights. Hey, wait. Turn on lights. You're impeding with the federal investigation. We have you on camera. We actually have news reporters with us in the vehicle. Your case will be referred over to Homeland Security investigation for prosecution. You will be arrested. This is your last and final warning. Hold on a second, guys. Give me your license, please. I will once again tell you, you have cases in danger. Put your vehicle in park and shut it off, please. I understand, but you are impeding. Look where you are at. You are almost causing an accident. You are surrounded by federal agents. Okay, I am the Deputy Field Office Director here, ma'am. Stand by. We're running the name. We're going to refer this case over for enforcement action.
I'm just a mom, please.
Is that it?
Please, I'm just a mom, please. I'm just
Kylie?
a mom. Yes, please, I'm just
You
a
are
mom.
you turn around and get out of here.
I'm getting out of here,
Here you go. Slow down.
Yes.
Hey,
I'm getting out.
guys, I got it. I got it. Got it. Everybody break away. Break away. Everybody break away.
I'm going home.
Kylie, look at me. Look at me. Quiet. Look at me. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Okay? I need you right now. Take a deep breath. I want you to pull over right here and go home. Okay? Take a deep breath.
Can I just, I'm shaking.
You may leave. Please turn around. I'm going to stop traffic for you. Go. Okay? See you again, Kylie. Everybody break away. I got this. Everybody go. I'm not going to stop that.
She wanted to play activist chicken with federal vehicles, until she lost. The second arrest entered the chat. It went from fearless protester to trembling suburban mom. Luckily for her, she got mercy, because consequences apparently depend on how hard you shake on camera. Kicking things off, a MAGA reporter confronts the mysterious masked crusader, because apparently protesting against fascism now comes with a Halloween costume requirement.
Why are you wearing a mask? What do you have to hide?
My face.
Oh, so you're like an ICE agent?
No face, no kid. No! Actually, I'm offended!
Dude!
I do want to say something on that. Why would someone cover their face? Is because right now, if you're against fascism, you're considered a terrorist. So we could be charged with terrorism by saying that we are against fascism.
Did that actually happen?
I am not sure, but I know that
Antifa. There's an executive order labeling Antifa, which means just anti-fascist, as well as specific Antifa groups. Because Antifa is not one group. But there's an executive order calling us domestic terrorists. And as we saw a couple days ago with Renee Good, she was just there.
But I thought Antifa didn't exist.
It doesn't exist. There are specific anti-fascist groups, but Antifa, in the way of the word, is just a belief anti-fascism.
Why are you wearing a mask?
I know I'm not the most anonymous in this mask. If I wanted to wear a full...
Oh, the pigtails are kind of giving you away, dude.
Yeah, I know. I've had friends from school come up and be like, oh, hey, name.
You're really blowing it, dude, with the anonymous thing.
Yeah, but if I really wanted to be more...
Be honest, are you wearing it just to look cool, dude?
No, I'm not.
Are you a blood? Are you a gang member?
No, I am not.
A MAGA reporter asks the forbidden question, why the mask? And suddenly we're off on a scenic tour of vibes, hypotheticals, and Antifa philosophy 101. Apparently Antifa doesn't exist, but also exists enough to be hunted like a Marvel villain. Anonymous, terrified, yet rocking pigtails at a protest. Next up, we test the ancient liberal ritual, defining fascism on the spot, and watching chaos, confusion, and a misspelled sign ensue.
I think it's important to define our terms to know what we're fighting. So what is fascism?
No, I'm going to stand here. Okay, well...
Why would you ask her to leave?
Okay, well, we don't have to speak to
Well, what? We could phone a friend. What is fascism? You could help her.
I don't want to speak to you. You can get out of my face. Thank you. This is what I want. That's all I want to.
Okay. So no, you don't know what fighting, but what are you fighting? You don't know. What is fascism? And if you don't know, just say, I don't know what that is.
I see it. I can see it.
Yeah. What is it? What is fascism? Are you gonna cry? Because I asked you to define a term on your sign? Can you give an example of a fascist? Who would you say is a fascist?
No, I understand what their tactic is. I understand what the tactic is.
I'll give you an easy one. Can you point...
I'm not dumb. I'm a scientist.
You're a scientist?
Yeah.
Okay, can you point to a fascist and tell me an example of who one is?
I really don't need to speak to you.
Before you go pointing signs and holding signs... Alright, so have the courage to engage in a conversation with me.
I'm being courageous standing out here.
Yeah.
I'm practicing my right.
And turn that sign around instead.
No.
It actually says fascism. It's actually not even spelled right.
Nothing terrifies a protester more than a basic definition request. The moment "what is fascism" is asked, courage evaporates, scientists appear out of thin air, and spelling becomes optional. They're bravely fighting something they can see, feel, and sense. Just don't ask them to explain it. Meanwhile, a woman interrogates a police officer like she's hosting Common Sense 101, only to discover that apparently schools, guns, and logic are all optional.
Why are you not arresting criminals? Why are so few of the people that you have arrested and detained and deported people with criminal records?
They're all criminals. They've all crossed the border illegally. About the Second Amendment, believe in that one? You don't have just the ones that suit you, they're representative, right? What about that Second Amendment?
Well, I don't know if you heard, but we had a shooting in a school here in Minnesota recently. And
What's that got to do with the Second Amendment?
Well, I think that if we had some common sense, gun violence prevention
Who gets
laws.
to say it's common sense? You?
Well, yes, I'm the legislator.
Exactly, and I think that's definitely the problem.
This interview speed runs every talking point imaginable. Border crime, the Second Amendment, and a tragic shooting blended into one emotional smoothie. Questions get asked, answers get ignored, and common sense is declared the winner without ever being defined. Debate solved. Just trust the feeling. Here comes another one as a woke pundit tries to dodge a kindergarten-level question by hiding behind vibes and TikTok phrasing.
Do you think there should be more than 2 genders in America?
Yeah, I don't know what that executive order means. I don't know what the president declared.
It means there are 2 genders, male and female. Do you disagree with that?
How many genders are there, Harry?
Yeah,
Come on, little guy. How many genders are there?
Again, these guys don't know what they're talking about, so they won't be able to answer.
how many genders are there? How many genders are there, Harry?
How many
genders are there?
I'm gonna use Joe Biden's answers. At least 2. At least 2. That satisfies
Well, how
the
many
little brains
more
you
are
guys
there than
got going
male,
up in there.
female?
That's a TikTok answer.
No, there's at least 2.
Yeah.
There's at least 2.
Well, no, hang on. There's male and female.
Kid is like human brain
Donald
rot.
Trump says there's male and female. There are 2.
Okay, Dave.
How many
Russian Rubin,
more
come
are
on
there
now.
after male and female, Harry?
There's at least 2. Now,
Wait,
anyway, let me get back
what
to
do you
what
mean
I was
at least
saying.
2?
How many more are there?
What are the other ones?
There's at least 2.
What are the other ones?
Harry, let's try it this way. You're a female. What is the other gender?
It's so funny. it's so funny how these conservatives just get time to lie on this show, but when I'm speaking, they all interrupt and
question.
You've just been asked a very simple question,
I'm trying to have a
Harry.
conversation with
How
peers,
many
not you,
genders there
Mr.
are?
Como over. Relax for me.
Harry,
Take a
you
breather.
simply
Thank
got
you so
asked.
much.
They ask for a number and he gives a slogan. They ask again and he panics. When his own logic gets turned back on him, the whole routine melts into excuses and insults. Turns out confidence drops fast when words need definition. Now, 3 know-it-alls confidently lecture everyone on biology, right up until someone asks them to explain it.
If you know anything about basic human biology, at conception, originally, everyone starts out as female.
You're just like a blank slate, but the genetics are female.
So for my audience, I think they might be a little confused about what that is. Can you go into that a little bit more? I literally have never heard that before.
I am a biology major, and I can say that biology does not make sense, and you really just have to read about it and make sense of it yourself. Because if someone trying to explain it is not the greatest thing,
Right.
unless it's someone who like knows it in and out.
I also graduated with a biology degree. I will say that at conception, we are either male or female. We go through developmental stages where our limbs are developing based on the genetic code that we have. So I don't know who's spreading that around because I've heard that a lot today, but that is not true.
Yeah, biology is just a weird thing.
Suddenly, science turns into vibes, feelings, and it's complicated. The moment real knowledge shows up, the experts retreat to shrugging. Woke certainty is loud, but it never survives a follow-up question. Here's a good one. A woke instructor rolls out a full etiquette guide for pronouns like everyone signed up for homework.
What to do when you misgender someone and you catch yourself. Did you get Sam's text? They want. Did you see Sam's text? She wants us to come over for dinner. Really looking forward to going to their place for dinner, Sam's Shrimp Risotto. Make it awkward and about you and center your feelings, fix it and move forward.
The advice keeps going, the rules keep stacking, and then reality checks in. No outrage, no speech, just indifference doing the cleanup. Turns out most people fix nothing and keep moving, and that alone shuts the lesson down. Next up, we've got a woke street interview that starts friendly until personal preference enters the chat.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, ask me.
Okay. What is a body count that you wouldn't go near? If they have what number?
I think three and above. 21.
3? Oh, f off of that.
Yeah, it's just a preference. What you're against my preference? You know, I wouldn't judge you based on your preference. So like, you want to.
You're 21.
Yeah, I'm 21.
You've been in a relationship.
Yeah, I'm in a relationship currently. Yeah.
How long have you been in the relationship?
Like a year or something. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Actually, yeah.
I think if you're in relationships, 3, like, of course that's normal. But like, if you're not in relationships, I'm 21.
At 21? Wait, like, what do you think is like the average body count at 21?
I have no idea.
In England, let's say.
More than 3, I'm going to be honest.
It's definitely more than, it's probably like 21. You're...
How long have you been in a relationship?
I'd say would you say like 10?
10, like the average body count in England. In like 21.
Whoa.
Do whatever you want to do. As long as you're not cheating on anyone, I don't care. So
yeah, who cares? That's
cool.
fine.
All right, cool.
The second he gives an honest answer, outrage kicks in. Suddenly, preferences are offensive, math gets weird, and do whatever you want only applies one way. Funny how tolerance disappears the moment someone does not agree with the group script. Then we've got a woman demanding a warrant for someone she doesn't know, while arguing accents like that's a legal category.
How many questions?
I asked if y'all got a warrant and if I could see it. He said no.
So because you're not related to this person, we don't have to
Okay,
show
well,
you
I'm
anything.
here to just observe. I have within my right to
That's
do
cool.
so.
But all that noise and stuff like that, you're impeding our investigation.
I don't know what you just said. I don't speak Spanish.
I'm not speaking Spanish.
I just heard your Spanish accent. I don't know what you said. You're
Listen to
speaking
me.
entirely too fast. I don't
Ma'am.
really want to engage with you, honestly.
Just me.
I'm just letting you know I'm here.
It's for you. This is for you to understand. Whistling, making all this noise, impeding our investigation.
How is blowing a whistle
Listen.
impeding?
Listen.
I'm done talking to you.
Listen.
You can get out of my
If
face.
you continue that, we're gonna arrest you.
She shows up thinking, I'm just observing, makes her legally untouchable, then spends 5 minutes debating accents like it's a constitutional crisis. Truly, nothing says, I have this under control, like arguing phonetics with a federal agent. Things escalate fast when a protester traps an ICE officer's car and crowdsources a blockade like it's a group project.
we can play. My car's bigger than yours. Ice! It's ice! Please help me record. Get behind them if you have a car. If you have a car, please pull behind them. It's ice. Can you pull behind them? It's ice. They're trying to kidnap people. Please pull behind them. Please pull behind them and park. Please. Please park behind them. Can you put your car behind them, please? It's ice. Put your car there. They're gonna move. Hurry, please. Hurry. Park your car sideways, please. Hurry. Dumb. Not going anywhere. Can you guys block the road, please, so they can't get out? We have them blocked in, but we need more cars. Look at these losers. 2, 3, 2 of them in the car.
She looks around, shrugs, and thinks, why protest peacefully when you can orchestrate a vehicular pincer movement? Calling for people to park behind an ice truck like she's summoning extra lives in a video game, because nothing says progress like gridlock with passion. And finally, protesters try blocking federal vehicles only to discover that Mace does not care about intentions. They thought blocking ICE vehicles would make a statement. Instead, it made them say, we taste like regret and pepper spray. Pro tip, if your protest doesn't come with a mint spray sponsor, maybe rethink the strategy. So there you have it. Activism, ambition, and bad decisions collide spectacularly. If you enjoyed watching chaos meet karma, smash that like button, subscribe for more absurd reality, and comment your favorite oops moment. Don't forget to share, because everyone deserves a front row seat to this kind of madness.